All right, we're going to start the post-meet press conference, UCLA against BYU. We have Nia Dennis here, and we'll open it up to questions. But you can raise your hand, and I'll call on you. Coral, go ahead.
Hi, Nia. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. So this was the first meet this season that you competed all around. You competed it once last year. How did it feel to get back out and do all 4 events and win?
I'm sorry. One second. I'm so sorry. It's okay. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm sorry. Can you hear everything okay? Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry. You competed the all-around for the first time this season today, and you were able to win. How did it feel to get back out and do all 4 events?
It honestly felt so amazing. I really did miss doing bars after not doing it for so long, even though it's like my least favorite event, but I really did miss it, and I had so much fun out there today.
Tiffany?
After Sakti had that fall on beam, which is extremely uncharacteristic of her, what was kind of the message that the team had going into floor? And I think today was the best score you guys have had as a floor team so far this year.
The energy was pretty much the same as practice, and like the standard that we always set for ourselves is to perform big and have fun and then live in the moment and support each other and love each other. So that was kind of the same energy that we had going into floor and the whole entire day, actually.
Coral, go ahead.
So obviously, I think we've talked about it a lot, the fact that you guys have 2 more meets in the next 10 days. Do you expect that you'll continue to do all around and along with you and Shay and Margzetta, or do you think you'll have to take a break at some point?
I definitely think I'm going to need to take a break at some point, probably next meet, honestly. I'm going through a little ankle problems, just a little bit, a little tweak, but nothing major. So I just want to give it a rest for 1 meet and then be right back.
Any other questions for Nia? All right, I think you're good to go. We have Margzetta Frazier up next.
Okay, thank you guys.
There you go. It's in the rules and policies. Well, not what else was required. Oh, no, they weren't like finished. Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, they did. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, they did. Okay. In the rules and policies. In the rules and policies. I'm under being under special. Okay, I'll I got it right. Yeah, So it's in jail code of points on page 169. Page 169? 169. Yep. 169? I'll look at it. Okay.
Is the mask on? You can take it off. My lips look bust.
Right. We have Margzetta Frazier here. Feel free to raise your hand and I'll call on you for questions. Coral, go ahead.
Hi, can you hear me all right?
Perfect.
Great. So this week you were able to do all around for this meet, and you've got 2 more meets coming up. Do you expect that you and Shay and Nia will continue to do all around, or do you think that you'll have to take a break at some point because of the short time frame?
I wouldn't be surprised if any of us were to be limited down to 1 or 2 events for a meet, because we do have a large enough team to where people can fill in the gaps. And it's important to stay healthy through a season that we don't know how long it's going to be. But the thing with people going all around is we're ready to jump in whenever we're needed, whenever we need to. And the team knows that they can rely on us for any event that they choose. So again, I wouldn't be surprised if they let us rest here and there, but we'll see.
Haley, go ahead.
Hi, just what was your approach both physically and mentally to today's meet, knowing that you have 2 more right around the corner?
A big thing for this week, with it being 3 competitions in 10 days, which is absolutely unheard of, is really treating practice like the competitions and the competitions like practice. So breaking it down in practice, we do at least like 3 routines on each event, because it's important in this sport to build repetition, and that creates your consistency. And when it comes to a competition, you only have 1 routine that you need to do, but you need to nail. But 1 routine is way easier to do than 3. So that's really been my mindset going into it. Instead of having all these routines to do, when you come to a competition, it's just 1 and done, and you make it your best one and you get it out of the way. So when it comes to having 3 competitions in 10 days, it's no different than just having another training day.
Just to follow up on that really quick, what do you do tonight? What do you do to stretch? Do you pour on the Epsom salts? What do you eat to really get your body prepared?
You guys don't want to know what I eat. I've been eating candy the whole competition, but I mean, what I learned for me is I'm picky with food in the morning. And this was our early meet, so I like to snack throughout the competition. So I'll have a few bites of a granola bar, but then energy chews on 100. Like I would energy chews the whole time. It's probably not good, but I'm drinking a lot of water, so I'll balance it out with some salad later. But so yeah, we have the Luskin, the wonderful Luskin. They have the best Greek salad. It's really good. Go get it. Ask for Mark. He's the best. And we got some kebabs and some salad just to snack on. And then, I don't know, I might get some Thai food for dinner. I love me a good pad see ew. You know, I don't know. But when it comes to eating, not a specific ritual. When it comes to working on my body, I'm definitely going to roll my back out because my spine is busted. Like, I'm definitely getting a little older and my back is not what it used to be. So I'm definitely going to put on some icy hot and watch WandaVision and just cool down.
Thank you.
Yeah. Technique, go ahead.
Patsy, you is the way to go. I'm with you on that one.
Thanks.
Can you just kind of speak to the challenge of being an all-around competitor and what it's like for you in practice? Because you have to rotate to 4 different events and get ready on all 4 events. So what's it like just getting ready to compete in the all-around, and how difficult is that for you?
So on the junior Olympic level, being an all-around competitor is the norm. It's rare to be a specialist. So a lot of us competing here, we grew up doing all 4 events, but coming to college, things definitely change when it comes to how your body's holding up, what you're best at, what the team needs you to do specifically. So I'm very slow. I get ready slow. I procrastinate. And when training in elite, I had 8 hours to do 4 events. I took my time, but now coming to NCAA where the times are very strict, I had no choice but to be like, okay, if I don't want to come back and finish my assignment, or if I don't want to be here later than the rest of the girls, I really need to dial in and make every turn great. And that's been a challenge for me. That's one of the things that makes NCAA gymnastics just as challenging in some areas as elite gymnastics, because you have to do your basic skills absolutely perfect with limited time to practice those things, especially as an all-arounder. So it's definitely a challenge, but it's just one of those things you just have to be extremely disciplined to do.
Coral, go ahead.
So today you guys had, I believe, a season high on bars, first time above 49.0. What do you think contributed to that, and how are you going to build on it?
So I would say the first competition, we were a little hesitant when it comes to handstands and doing dismounts with a goal to stick, not a goal to go big. So in practice, we've really just been dialing in on going as big as we can. In practice, if we hit a handstand and we fall over the other way, that's great. Just the next time you do it, hit that handstand, squeeze your core, and don't fall over. And then we bring that same confidence into the meet, and that's what we did today. And I can say that everyone's handstands were there. I can say that the landings, if we didn't stick it, we know we went big. And so now it just comes down to working on the fine details, which is what we're going to be working on for the rest of the week. So I would say that just really following through and trusting in our practices and in our preparations really contributed to this team having a fire bar rotation.
And you have, obviously for this weekend, you guys are going to travel by plane for the first time to Washington, I believe. How are you guys preparing for that, especially during the COVID era?
We've been in some pretty strict meetings about protocol, so I feel very confident that we're going to be taken care of. Especially, it's not a crazy flight to Washington. It's better than a 9-hour bus ride to where we went last week. Oh my God, it's crazy. But I don't know. I like the airport. I think it's calming. So I know we're going to be very well taken care of. I have no worries. We got the masks. We're doubling up masks. What's it called? The N915, that crazy like Darth Vader mask we got going on. Yeah, we're doing those. We're very prepared. We're very taken care of. And I have zero worries at all.
Any other questions for Margzetta? All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Liza left.
She's probably getting Chris.
Do I just leave? I don't know. Oh.
Yeah, you can go wherever you want.
May I be excused? I feel like I'm being rude. Okay, thank you guys and stay safe. We're ready. I think, I don't know.
I'll walk over.
All right, we have head coach Chris Waller here. I'll allow him to make an opening statement here, and then we'll open it up to questions.
Opening statement. Well, again, our team, I'm really proud of our team coming in here and competing with heart and always just stepping back to the plate and swinging hard and going big. It was really cool to get some new people out there. Getting Sarah Julius in the bar lineup for real was huge accomplishment for her. Just, she does not have a lot of high level competitive experience, but she's acting as if she's been doing this for a long time. And she was super calm and confident. It was just great to see her get out there. Also really excited, our floor lineup is coming together with performances from more and more people that are at the level that, we're used to seeing, and like just bringing that extra Bruin shine out there. And after the meet, we talked a little bit about that, just how, you can feel watching our team on floor that they're performing like with their chest up without any fear whatsoever. There's no doubt in their mind because they're just committed to this big, beautiful performance. And then the athletics just takes care of itself. And we just talked at the end of practice how, okay, we figured this out again on floor. Now we need to apply this to all the other events and bring that same sort of free-spirited, full performance to everything with no doubts.
Thanks, Coach. Any questions? Coral, go ahead.
You mentioned the success on floor today. In addition to the 9.9 plus scores you also had Sakai and Emma make some big improvements in their routines. What can you say about them?
Their improvements on floor were a reflection of good, focused, hard training the past 10 days since our last competition. We were very fortunate to have that period of time to really get back to some basics and train instead of just getting back to another competition. competition. So you could see that they were more confident on the floor. You could see that they had simply trained stuff more, and it showed. So yeah, it was great to see. You know, Sakai had an interesting warm up on vault. You know, her first vault warm up was one of the best that she's done in a long time. And then she literally decided to keep going because she was going to keep her buddy Kenny company. Yeah, like literally, I'm just going to keep practicing because I want my teammate to have a buddy as I'm warming up here. So, and that one didn't go so well. And then she warmed up right before she competed, and that didn't go so well either. What I loved about all that is it didn't affect her. When she put her hand up and it was time to go, and you know, the lights were on, she just had no doubt in her mind that she was going to make her vault. So that was a big emotional breakthrough for her.
Tiffany?
Chris, you had 3 gymnasts competing all around, which is a lot for you guys, a lot, most in years, I think. But can you kind of speak to the challenge of competing all around at this level, at the collegiate level, and the training it takes, and what impressed you about having Nia, Shay, and Marzetta go out there and perform the way they did today?
Yeah, you know, being an all-arounder is tough. You know, when you get to the collegiate level, we'll have a team of 18 to 22 people on it. And oftentimes you end up going for a couple of years and only doing 2 events. But these 3 athletes, I mean, they've been training all 4 events every day, which requires a lot. When you think about some other athletes that are training 2 events in a day, day after day, and you're doing 4, it's just a lot of physical work. That being said, I know they're super pumped to go out there and do it. It is a testament to their discipline in terms of the way that they train, because you've got to be smart. You can't waste your turns. You're going to beat up your body. So, you know, at this stage of the game, you can compete the all around if you're a really mature athlete who's taking care of their body. So super cool to see them out there doing it. And we'll see. Little sneak peek here, spoiler alert, but maybe Paulina's going to do that in the next meet, but we'll see.
Coral, go ahead.
So you had a season high on bars today. What do you think contributed to you guys making that breakthrough and getting above 49.0 for the first time?
I think nerves are settling down a bit. You know, in the first meet, again, they fought really well, but a lot of that fight was against their own nerves. And we're starting to settle in. We've had a little bit more time to train, a little bit more time to improve. Honestly, it's just moving forward. It's really going to be about getting them to believe that they're ready to shine brighter, getting them to believe that they're prepared to go 9-9. The energy was good on bars. No one was panicked. They're very confident in each other, and that helps, right?
Tiffany?
You mentioned the floor performance, and definitely that was a season high. But what was kind of the message after the team's beam rotation, seeing Sakti take that fall, which is very rare for her, and for the team to bounce back on floor with that energy?
Basically, that floor is we have a floor party. Every time we go to floor, it's a party. And it seems like the same old thing, but it's not an old thing. A party is always a good party, right? And our team loves to perform their floor routines. I know everybody was really excited about Marzetta doing her new floor routine. You know, that's been in the works for, you know, a month and a half. And for her to debut that today, people were just fired up about it. And Samantha Sakti, her putting her routine out there for the first time. She hasn't competed floor in 2 years, and people were really excited to see that as well. So every time there's a little mix, like when things get a little mixed up in a good way, like we got new people busting out and doing new things, the team gets behind it and they're pretty psyched.
Coral, do you have another question?
on the topic of new things, with this meet this Sunday, do you think you're going to see any lineup adjustments or people coming in who maybe did exhibitions today?
Absolutely. With having 3 meets in 10 days, we've been planning a lot how to manage people's bodies, make sure that we're not taxing them too much, so that we can, in each meet, get better. And, when we go to Utah, make sure that we've got our best possible team on the floor for that meet. So, looking ahead to this weekend, we're looking to get some feedback from what our trainer says about our student athletes in terms of their health and make some adjustments. So there's good chances that, Sarah Taubman might come in. She's probably going to come back in on bars, as my guess, and not Sarah Julius might come in on floor, not as an exhibition routine, but a real routine. So yeah, there's definitely going to be some adjustments there because we're going to protect, we're basically load management for the team.
And that meet will also, oh, go ahead.
One other thing I want to add is in gymnastics prior to college, there's nothing like this venue. There's nothing like a season like college. If you're an elite gymnast, you compete in a big competition once every, like you do nothing for 6 months and then you compete once every 4 to 6 weeks, maybe. If you're a club gymnast, an age group, level 10, you compete once every 3 weeks. And now for the first time, you like Shay coming in here and doing the all around and competing week after week. It is a shock to the system, both emotionally and physically, to be like, okay, you got to go again. Okay, here's another meet and another week after week. Because what would be happening back home is she'd have a meet today and then she would have at least 2 weeks off, make some adjustments in practice, get some recovery, and then reboot and go. So doing 3 meets, in 10 days is going to be a real challenge. And for her to come back and have a stellar day today, it being her 3rd meet already, is a big deal.
This weekend's meet will also be the first time you guys travel by plane under COVID. How are you guys approaching that?
It's going to be, there's all these protocols that we're going to have to follow. So we'll have N95 masks. We'll have face shields as well. Everybody's required to wear those. Every single step of our trip and process is managed. We'll all be on a bus together going to the airport where no one's going to eat anything on the plane. So we're keeping our masks on. So it's all very well thought out and managed. I mean, for me, to be frank, it's just weird. I haven't been on a plane in 10 months. I think the last time that happened when I was like 9 years old. So I am a little bit curious to see what it's going to be like, but I've got every confidence that we will do everything we're supposed to keep our student athletes safe.
Any other questions for Coach? All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Have a good one.
You too.
Thanks, everybody.